It's the Dino and Joe Show. My name is Dino, and that is Joe.
Hello, how are you tonight?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you? You wouldn't say fantastic? You
I'm just
paused
thinking,
on fantastic. Like,
so
am I really fantastic?
I like to actually think about it. I don't like to just spew out an answer. I'm actually very well. I just want to, I want to put my full thought process through it. Make sure
But
there's nothing
you
missing.
can't be fantastic. You're just very well.
Fine. I'll be fantastic. Why not?
No, don't let me change your mood.
Oh, you're
Like,
not.
don't make your mood be
I
something
feel
it's
like they're very
not.
similar. I feel like they're very similar. Fantastic, very good.
I think they're completely
interchangeable.
different.
Really?
Completely. You think it's interchangeable to say that you're fantastic versus I'm very good. I'm well. I'm fantastic.
Well, no,
Those are
well
two
and fantastic.
separate
Now,
things.
now you're changing words. I think very good and fantastic are can be maybe not interchangeable. That's a poor use of words, but they are very similar to one another. The point is, I am not bad. That's what I want. Let's just do it that way. You want to get into semantics?
We go.
I am not bad.
It's like, ask me again, and I'm going to tell you I'm not doing so great.
I'm not doing so good.
I was great until you started talking.
So, I had a thought.
Well, these can always be interesting. So, what's your thought?
So, I was talking with some people, and a lot of times I had friends who were interested in civics and stuff like that. You took civics in high school or whatever.
We called it social studies.
Social, mine did too, but all of them called it civics, which was
I don't know where civics came from all of a sudden, but yes.
I don't either. But they were asking, do you think you could pass a citizenship exam like present today?
I would hope so.
I would hope so, because that's what I'm going to ask you today. I'm going to give you a test.
Give me
I'm going
a citizenship test.
Let's see if you deserve to be a United States citizen.
Well, I think I deserve to be a United States citizen.
Yes, I agree.
That's kind of harsh.
Okay, that was kind of hard.
My birth certificate.
Well, it wouldn't hurt.
Well, I mean, if he has one.
It is a right. It is a. I actually don't know how many questions they're going to ask because I forgot to count the exact number, but we'll go to a fair point.
Do you have the answers?
I do.
Okay.
Well, first of all, I went through this to see the level of difficulty, and it was not that hard.
Okay.
For me, everybody's a little bit different, right?
Wait a minute. What are you trying to say?
No. I'm not trying to say anything. I just said,
like, well, for me,
stuff you will know. You will know this stuff.
Okay.
It does not give me the answers in the moment, but we can.
Okay.
I do know. Okay. So
sure.
Question number 1. Oh, yes. You know what? Hold on. I should do this. I should do this the appropriate way, the way you did it, which would be via taking a little score here. Okay.
Okay.
Question number 1. Name one right only for United States citizens.
Freedom of speech.
So, I will qualify.
Oh, okay.
That is a right for anybody in the United States. So if you are from Canada, if you are from India, if you are from Mozambique and you come to the United States, freedom of speech is something you are afforded by our Constitution. This is one only for people such as yourself and mine as United States citizens.
Right to bear arms.
No.
What?
It would be that, again, that is the right for anybody in the United States. Those are parts, that's part of the Constitution. Now, 2 things that only U.S. citizens can do are vote in a federal election or run for federal office.
Okay.
It's true, though.
I mean, there's the Bill of Rights. Like,
yeah, that's true.
To be a citizen, you would get the Bill of Rights as being part of your
I am
rights.
Going off of the United States civics
Okay.
questions.
Yes. Okay.
There we go. What does the Constitution do? There's 3 acceptable answers. I will take any of them.
What does the Constitution do?
Yes. So what is the purpose of the document?
It establishes your rights as a U.S. citizen.
There it is. I love it.
Okay. I might be overthinking these.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Like I'm thinking, like, well, okay.
Bring it down. Like it's usually the most simple answer. So the options were sets up the government, defines the government and protects the basic rights of American citizens.
Okay.
That's what it has on here. Who vetoes bills?
The President of the United States.
Accurate. Ding, ding, ding. That is correct. What is the highest court in the land?
Oh, the Supreme Court.
It's also accurate. Good job.
My question is, how many do I have to get right to retain my U.S. citizenship?
We'll find out here. Okay. Name one branch or part of the government.
The judicial branch.
Excellent. I would have also accepted the olive branch.
That's nice. I appreciate that.
Why does the flag have 13 stripes?
For the 13 original colonies.
Excellent. See, look at you paid attention in civics or social
I
studies,
did.
whatever you want to do. How many years do we elect a president?
Every 4 years.
4 years is correct. Name one problem that led to the Civil War.
Slavery.
That is correct. Slavery, economic reasons, and states' rights are the other two. Let's see. Here we go. Sorry. There we go. What is an amendment?
An amendment is a law that changes the Constitution.
Correct. There were 13 original states.
Yes.
Name 3 of them.
Massachusetts.
1.
New York.
That's 2.
And let's say Pennsylvania.
That's 3. So the full list would be.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
New Hampshire, Vermont.
Yes. Okay.
South Carolina.
Not Vermont.
Not Vermont?
Not Vermont.
Oh.
South Carolina, yes.
North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Virginia.
Yep.
How many do I have so far?
You have New Hampshire, Massachusetts, New York, Pennsylvania, Virginia, North, and South Carolina. So you have 7.
Okay. Rhode Island.
Yes. That's 8.
Connecticut.
9.
Maine. Is Maine one yet? No. What am I thinking of?
You're thinking of something in that general vicinity.
I am.
It's a small little one, right by
Delaware.
Delaware, yep. It's 10. 3 more.
Georgia.
There's 11. 2 more.
I don't know what I'm forgetting now.
There's 2 of them. One of them is very famous for a musician known as the Boss.
Oh, New Jersey.
Mm-hmm. And the other one is, did you say Virginia?
Yes.
Oh.
Virginia.
Oh, New York. You didn't say New York.
Oh, I didn't say New York.
Oh, yeah, you did say.
I thought I did. Yeah.
Well, either way, that's them. You got them all. Excellent.
Not really. I should have been able to rattle those off, but
I mean, you did pretty well. What territory did the United States buy from France in 1803?
That would be the Louisiana Purchase.
That's correct. The territory of Louisiana. Under our Constitution, some powers belong to the federal government itself.
Yeah.
What is one of the federal government's powers?
Oh, that's a great question.
I thought so.
I'm probably going to get it wrong because I believe the federal government's powers include the standing army.
Yes.
Okay.
That's correct. So it's to create an army.
Yes. The only reason why I thought I'd get that wrong because I couldn't figure out if the militia still existed, if that was considered a state right. But I don't think militia is allowed because of the army. Is that correct?
I believe that is accurate.
I don't know. I mean, I'm really digging on that.
Okay. So we are. So you have missed 1 so far.
Well.
1 out of 12. Okay. Moving on.
I feel very proctory right now. Like
moving on.
Yes.
Just to be clear, to print money, declare war, and make treaties were the other 3 options.
Okay.
When was the Declaration of Independence adopted?
In 1776,
Do you have a date? Because that would be asked.
it'd be the 4th of July.
That is correct. Excellent.
If Hamilton has taught me anything, it's taught me that.
Who wrote the Declaration of Independence?
Thomas Jefferson,
Good old TJ himself. That is accurate.
because no one would listen to Adams if he wrote it.
It's true. Who is in charge of the executive branch?
That would be the president.
That would be the president. Very good. What is one promise that you make when you become a United States citizen? There are, 6 different options.
I'm not really sure what promise you make when you become a U.S. citizen. So, what promise would you make?
What would make sense?
Obey the laws of the country.
There you go. That works.
Ooh.
So, give up loyalty to other countries.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Defend
Okay.
the Constitution and the law of the United States.
I wondered if that was one because
is?
of all the vows to defend the Constitution, right, from the president or
Right.
the vice president, right? So I wondered if that would be one, but I was like,
Obey the laws, which you stated. Serve in the military if needed. Serve, do important work for the nation if needed, and then be loyal to the United States.
which would make sense. Yes,
Which all would make sense.
sure.
Who does a United States representative represent?
His constituents.
Correct. Fancy way of saying the people of the state. Let's see.
I'm fancy.
You are fancy. Who was the first president of the United States?
Oh, wow. That's a tough one. This is George Washington.
General George Washington.
Oh, well, okay.
The only 6-star general in the history of the United States.
In, I think it's in Erie, Pennsylvania, is the only statue of George Washington in a British uniform.
Oh.
It is the only, I believe, recorded piece of him being a British officer before he was a United States officer.
That's kind of cool.
So yes, I think that's the only place where you'll ever find that.
That's awesome. We elect a U.S. senator for how many years?
4 years.
How long?
I said 4 years.
Unfortunately, it is 6 years.
Is it 6?
It is a 6-year
I
term.
thought it would be 6, but then I was like, maybe that's a representative. So
That's coming up. That's coming up.
okay.
You better get that one right.
Well, that one's 4 years because one of them's 4, one of them's 6.
Hold on. Let's skip a real. Oh no, did I freeze?
You did briefly,
Okay,
or more than briefly. Oh, there you are. You're back now.
we're back. Okay.
Yes.
Here we go. Sorry, I'm back. So, what are the 2 major political parties of the United States?
Republicans and the Democrats.
This is accurate.
Would you have accepted the Federalists and the Whigs?
If it were 1820, yes, I would have. 100%. Federalists and Whigs and
Excellent.
You would have gotten it.
All right.
100%. Who was the president during World War I, or the First World War, if you prefer to put that way?
Who was? Was it Truman during World War One?
Is that your answer?
I think it was Truman.
The correct answer is President Woodrow Wilson.
Well, Wilson.
Wilson.
I wasn't alive then. I don't know.
Let's see. Oh, there we go. Name one war fought by the United States in the 1900s. You have several.
In the 1900s. So like the Vietnam War.
That is correct.
Or the Korean War.
That is also correct.
Or the World War II.
Also correct.
World War One.
Also correct.
The Iraq War.
Correct. Or the Persian Gulf.
Persian Gulf War, yes.
Yep.
Did I get them all? Nah, look at that. I know my wars. I just don't know who was president during them.
So So previously, I had asked you what powers belong to the federal government.
Uh-huh.
You said to make an army.
Yes.
What are the powers that belong to the states? Just name one.
States' rights. Oh man. Well, states draw income tax. So the states have the right to tax. Are you looking for a right that only the state has?
Correct.
Or I honestly don't know what would be considered just a state's power.
Providing schooling and education.
Oh.
Provide protection, aka the police.
But wait, there's nationally funded schools and education. So I don't know. Okay.
But you could have also said police, fire department, giving a driver's license, so a DMV.
Oh, yeah.
Or zoning and land use.
Except that if you're in the military, you don't need a driver's license.
That is true.
So I'm shooting holes in states' rights right now.
Hey, civics questions.
That's... Yeah, honestly, I didn't know what they considered to be a state's right anymore. So,
question 23.
Yes.
If both
questions, holy cow!
If the president and the vice president can no longer serve, who becomes president?
I believe it's the Speaker of the House.
And you would be correct. What are 2 ways that American citizens can participate in their democracy? There's a whole heap of number of them.
They can vote.
Yep.
They can run for public office.
Good. You did it. That's it.
Okay.
So you can vote, join a political party, help with campaign, join a civic group, join a community group, give an elected official your opinion on an issue, call senators and representatives.
They really want your opinions.
I mean, that's kind of their job. They don't
your
want
calls.
it.
All right.
Yeah, if they're taking your calls or reading your letters. Publicly support or oppose an issue or policy, run for public office, or write to a newspaper. The newspaper one's strange, but that's okay.
You can't write to a newspaper if you aren't a citizen.
Well, no, I think so. It's a way to participate in the democracy.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
So,
yeah, that's a weird one.
It's strange.
Yeah, that would not be at the top of my list.
Mine either, but hey, what do we call the first 10 amendments of the Constitution of the United States?
Those are the Bill of Rights.
Those are the Bill of Rights. Good. What are we at? That's 5 more.
I've missed a few.
You've missed a few. It's not bad though. How many Supreme Court justices are there?
12. No, there's 9. There's 9. 12 angry men is what stuck in my head.
Yeah, I was like,
it's like 12 angry men. That's not the Supreme Court. There's 9.
How many United States senators are there?
50.
Think about
what?
That. Think about it again.
There's 2 for every state.
How many?
So there's 100.
There it is. I knew you'd get there. I knew you got it.
I was like, what are you talking about? There's 2 for every state. But hey, I didn't say math was my strong point.
How long is a representative's term?
That is 4 years.
It is 2 years.
Oh, is it only 2?
Only 2. I was surprised by that too.
Yeah, I really didn't know. Seems like forever because they never get voted out, and that drives me nuts.
That's also true. Very true. What your second to last question, number 29 of 30.
Okay.
What?
I still want to know how many I need to have to pass. I feel like this is going to be my driver's test when I first took it when I was 16 years old, and you could miss 7, and I missed 7.
Oh, so number 29, how many United States representatives are there?
That is a great question, and I don't really know the answer, but I think it's 425.
So close, 435.
Oh, I knew it was up there, but I honestly couldn't remember. Are these multiple choice questions that everybody gets, and I'm getting the non-multiple choice, by the way, or these
you have to know. So yeah,
Okay.
well, they're not giving me multiple choice when they ask the question.
God.
Where'd it go? Okay, name one of the freedoms provided by the First Amendment.
The First Amendment's freedom of speech.
Perfect. So you get speech, religion, assembly,
Religion,
press,
freedom of assembly.
information.
Yes. Okay.
All that. Okay, let's total this up.
Oh
So we have
boy.
30 total.
I'm just waiting if I have to call my mom to see if she can send my birth certificate. If you're
20
taking it back.
24 of 30. So not terrible.
It's all right.
That's not bad. That is similar, I feel, to.
Can I stay in the country? That's what I really want to know.
I think so. I don't think I would imagine. I don't see a reason not to.
Okay.
But that's about as fair as I did on my trivia last week, and this is,
Sure.
It's about. Don't. It's about. It's an estimate.
It's not even in the ballpark, but I mean, I guess if you want to feel good about it, but,
I would like to.
I mean,
it hurt me. It hurt me bad that I got those wrong last
were-
week. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, you were less than 50%.
I was at 53%. I did the numbers.
You've held on to that for a week, haven't you?
I have. I've been thinking about it the whole time.
I want a rematch.
Wait, hold on.
Yes.
How many did I get? I got
I don't
30
know.
right out of 46. Oh yeah, I got a 65. I
don't even know, and you're like doing the math. You were like, I know exactly how many questions there were.
Well, you asked me
how many I got
46
right.
questions. I got 30
Yes.
right.
Yes.
Yeah, so I got a 65. Okay, I wasn't even thinking the right
Wait a
thing.
Okay. And I'm sorry. Do my percentage. What did I get?
So you did 26. You got an 86.
Yeah, 60.
We both
60
passed.
and 80 are so close to each
We
other.
passed. We both passed. We both passed.
I love the way you're just trying to feel good about the whole trivia thing.
We both passed, is my point.
You passed in my book.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
And that's the book that matters.
That is the book that matters. But I think some of those are challenging questions. Like for people who, have taken civics, social studies, whatever, it's been a while since we've had those classes.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
if you don't pay attention to news or things like that, like it's easy to forget kind of that stuff and take advantage of it. So
Well, and again, I don't think you think of terms anymore because of like, people tend to be incumbents remain in office like 90% of the time or more, right? So you forget how long their terms are. You just know they come up for reelection and they always get reelected, it seems. So,
Yep.
Yeah, and there's some of those things, if you haven't studied for a while, man, could you, what's the Third Amendment,
Right.
like, I don't know, because that's not one you hear about, right? You don't hear that being talked about. What's the 14th Amendment, right? Like, I don't know if I can tell you that, I believe it has something to do with women's right to vote. Is that the 14th Amendment?
that I believe is.
But again, like we're looking it up, right? How sad is that?
Okay, let's do this. Let's do this for fun.
Okay.
I am not going to look at these. I pulled them up. I will not look at them. Will not look at them. What's number one?
Well, we did that. Freedom of speech,
2.
religion, assembly.
Number
Second
2?
Amendment, freedom of the press.
Bear arms.
Well, bear arms is the Second Amendment.
3, I want to say is illegal search and seizure.
Couldn't tell you.
Restricts quartering soldiers in your home during time except war.
Okay.
4 is illegal search and seizure.
Seizure.
5 is against self-incrimination.
Yeah, I played the 5th. Got that.
6.
No idea.
Where is it? The right to a speedy public trial.
Okay. You may as well just keep them pulled up and just go down the list because we're already into an area. I tell you, the 7th Amendment, don't know. 8th Amendment, couldn't tell you.
So okay, here's the ones I can definitely tell you off the top of my head. 13th is abolition of slavery.
Yep.
19th is, I believe, women's right to vote. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, women's right to vote. 18th is the addition of prohibition. 21 is the repeal of prohibition.
Yeah.
The 25th Amendment is the basically what happens if the presidential line of succession. So if the president is incapacitated, it basically gives all that information. That's about it.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
You're beyond me at that point.
To provides the right to a jury trial. 8th is about cruel and unusual punishment.
Oh.
9th is that states' rights are not enumerated in the Constitution and they're remained by the people. The 10th is the federal government possesses those powers delegated or enumerated to it through the Constitution. 11th is the foundation of state sovereign immunity. 12th revises presidential election procedures, having the president and vice president run together as opposed to the vice president being the runner-up in the presidential election, which is how it was done for a darn long time.
Yep.
13th is abolition of slavery. 14th defines citizenship. 15 is the prohibits the denial of the right to vote based on race, color, or previous condition of servitude. 16th permits Congress to levy an income tax without apportioning it among the various states or basing it on the U.S. Census. 17 establishes the direct election of senators by popular vote. 18th is prohibition. 19th is the denial or prohibits the denial of the right to vote based on sex. It's just the way these are
denial. That's the denial of being able to vote if you're a woman.
They're worded very similar to how I'm sure they are in the actual Constitution, and it's just very. I'm just trying to get to the key points here. 20th changes the dates on which the terms of president and vice president, as well as members of Congress, begin to end. So it's January 20th, obviously, and January 3rd for Congress people.
Right.
21st repeals the 18th Amendment, making it, you can drink.
You can now drink again.
Yes. 22nd limits the number of times a person can become president. That was after, of course, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Yes. 23rd grants District of Columbia electors in the Electoral College.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I didn't either, actually. 24th prohibits. It prohibits. It prohibits.
You started drinking after that 18th Amendment, didn't you? It's prohibiting.
It prohibits the revocation of voting rights due to non-payment of poll tax or any other tax.
I thought 25th you said voting rights, and I was voting. Like, the voting.
Everybody rights. Can vote. Own a boat. You can vote anywhere you want on seas.
Break out another 1,000. That's what vote stands for.
Oh yeah, it's true. My parents owned a boat. It was a money pit. They gave it up every year. Yeah. I told them it was a terrible idea. They didn't want to listen.
Yeah, horrible investment.
25th addresses the succession to the presidency and establishes procedures for both filling a vacancy in the office of the vice president and responding to presidential disabilities. 26 prohibits the denial of the right of U.S. citizens 18 and older to vote on account of age. And the final 27th Amendment delays laws affecting congressional salary from taking effect until after the next election of representatives.
And I would just like to say that if I was a 17-year-old high school student listening to the last 15 minutes of the show, I would be like,
yeah, you'd be out. So reading this from Wikipedia, do you know what the longest span of proposing a ratification for an amendment to actual completion is?
No, but in the civics class, I'm apparently going to learn that.
27th Amendment. It was first proposed on September 25th, 1789.
Yes.
Ratified May 5th, 1992.
Oh, there you go.
202 years and 223 days. Wow. If that's not enthralling, I don't know what is. Kids, listen to your Uncle Joe here. Civics, social studies, things of this nature, super interesting. If you make it, that's 202 years. That's
this
crazy.
Is what happens when you have a show that's completely
about nothing.
Not scripted.
About nothing. If you look in the description, it says two guys talking about everything. and
Yes.
nothing. This is somehow simultaneously both of those things. It is everything, but it's also nothing.
We have lived up to the promise.
We have.
It's the Dino and Joe Show.